Alright, today I'm going to show you how to add motions to your titles, because when you have a good title, it adds a lot to your video. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to title, new title, default still, and you can call it whatever you would like. And then you're going to go add a text box and type in whatever you want your title to be called. Mine's just going to be Secret Spies. And then you can click right there and position it, either clicking on the box or by using this XY position up here. That'll move it to where you would like it on the screen. And then you can just play with all these properties down here. If you want it closer together, far apart, that would be keyring. You can just play with it, or if you want the color to be different, just click on the box and pick a color that you'd like. I'll just do red. Okay, so then once you're done with that, you're just going to exit out, and it should pop up down here, and then you're just going to drag that in with all your other videos, and you're going to click on it, and it should pop up here, the timeline. And then you're going to go to motion, and you can just play around with it, like position is obviously what's on the screen, rotation is like the direction it's in, scale is how big or small it is, so you can just play with that. And then okay, so if I want it to move across the screen, I'm gonna add a keyframe or a key point, and at this point I want it to be all the way off the screen to the left. And then when I'm going to move my thing up here to the middle of the screen, or to the middle of the timeline, because when it's at that point, I want it to be in the middle of the screen, and make sure you add another key point. And then towards the end, I want it to be off the screen, so I'm going to click another key point, and then make sure it's off screen all the way to the right. So then when I play this, it should move across the screen. Alright, and now let's say I wanted it to rotate towards the beginning. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down to rotation, click right here to add a key point. Right there I want it to be normal, but then when it gets to the center, I want it to spin it. So I'm going to make rotation go all the way around to 360 degrees. Or well, close to 360. And then when I play this, it should slide in and spin. And it's just going to slide back off. And now if I wanted it to disappear towards the end, I go to opacity, and that's kind of how opaque it is. I'm going to go all, okay, so I want it up to 100%, up to the middle, so I'm going to add another key point and make sure it's at 100%. And when it gets to the end, I want it to fade, so I'm going to add another key point and make sure so add a key point, and then go to the end and add another key point and turn the opacity all the way down. So then when I play it, it'll slide in, rotate, slide away, and disappear. And then it disappears. And that is how you can add cool effects to your title.